Welcome to Craft and Crashouts with your co-hosts Mick and Ari. We are both writers trying to become traditionally published, and on this podcast, we meet every week to discuss craft, progress, and what we are currently crashing out about.
I was thinking of the Nickelodeon theme song, and I was thinking, like, straight up, it just popped into my head where I was like, Nickelodeon. And I was like, this is amazing. And I need to let it be known.
It made my day. And I immediately bothered my husband with it and sang it around my house.
Did he like it?
Yes. And then
okay,
hated
good.
it.
And then hated it.
And then proceeded to be like, how long are we going to do this? And be like, till I get sick.
Forever. Till I die. So good. Anywho, so you want to start us off? What are you reading this week?
Sure. I'm still working through the Assassin's Apprentice because it is a big girl.
Chunky.
But I did. This is new developments for me. I went to the library yesterday. I mean, not the library is not new. I love the library. And I normally do not read in genre I guess I read in genre because I am always reading some sort of fantasy, but I try not to read things similar to what I'm writing. Yeah. I'm in the drafting phase because I don't want anything to subconsciously influence my story and like veer me off the track and vision that I had on accident. But I think it's a good sign. Like, I feel very confident where my story is now in the vision, in where I need to go with it, that I got out 4 books that are similar to my book.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going to read these. And because I like to have a daytime book and a nighttime book.
Oh, I'm the same way.
Okay, yay!
Yeah, I love it.
Sounds crazy, but like,
no,
I don't know. I like, especially like, I love a physical book for the day. And like the Kindle book has to be at night because like the Kindle has changed my life. Like I can't lay down with an actual book. That's been an issue since I've been like 6 years old. Like it's so hard to lay down, get comfy and hold a book. So
hold a book and like position a reading light.
Yes. It's just like difficult.
Yes. 100%.
My arm falls asleep. My arm gets tired. I'm not in a really comfy position to sleep. So like with the Kindle, and I have one of those like clickers.
I was just going to ask. I was like, do you have a remote? Because I have a friend who like has a clicker. She like climbs into bed, puts the Kindle against the pillow and just lays there. And she doesn't even have to move her arms. She just clicks.
That is me.
Yeah. Sounds incredible.
Hands under the comforter.
Yeah.
Curled up under the comforter, clicking away at my Kindle book. So that's been the Assassin's Apprentice because it's like a calmer pace anyway, so it's kind of like nice to ease into sleep with. But yeah, I'm gonna start reading. I think the first one, oh my gosh, what is it called? The Rabbit Club. So here's what I did. I don't know if all libraries do this, but my local library, I had no idea that they tag books like further down than just the genre with like themes and topics that the book has. And I was looking for book that had been recommended to me multiple times, and I was asking about comps with like writer friends, A Mastery of Monsters by Liselle Sambury. And I read a couple of other, Liselle Sambury is an amazing writer. She's written so many books. They're amazing, iconic. She has awesome writing content on YouTube and her socials. Highly recommend following her. And this is one of her newest books. I think it just came out last year. So it's been in the back of my head. So I was like, okay, let me see if they have it. They did. And then I saw when looking it up in the computer in the library, they had like a link and like a list of stuff that was like in the book and it said secret societies. And I was like, ooh. So then I clicked on that and I could filter for like books that were tagged with secret societies for like fiction books. For adults specifically, because Master of Monsters is YA. And so then I got like 3 more books. I know. So if you're looking for comps, I already knew this anyways, that once I was really going to be on the comp journey, I'm going to be going to my library. I'm going to be going to indie bookstores because they're the ones who know it's coming out. They can help you steer in the right direction. But this was really helpful. So I'm going to start with the Rabbit Club because it was the smallest. And then because Master of Monsters is huge. It's
Is it?
actually oh my
Oh, I
god,
don't think I knew that.
it's wide, so the text is a little bit bigger, but it is
Mm.
chunky. So I'm very
Mm.
excited to get into it. But I wanted
Yeah.
to ease into my stack of books now that are staring me down. The Rabbit Club by I'll it'll be in the show notes of who it's by. But yeah, who knew? Now I'm gonna read in genre for like the first time drafting because I think for the first time since writing this particular project, I feel very confident in the story. It's not going to change. It's changed way too much already. I think we're
Yeah.
locked in. So, yeah, I'm reading Assassin's Apprentice and started the Rabbit Club.
Never heard of the Rabbit Club.
Me either, but it was a dark academia novel about an American student at Oxford who joins a secret society, leading to a
That
series of
sounds
strange and dangerous events.
so up your alley for House of Bones.
I know. And it was published in 2025. This is what I'm saying. Like, never heard of it. Published last year, which means it's a newer book. It could be a great comp.
Well, you'll have to keep us updated if it's like comp material in the end.
I will.
So exciting. I also love that you have a day book and a night book like I do because like I have a morning book when I'm like sipping my tea and then I'll have like a right before bed book.
I love it. Okay,
Yeah.
so what are you reading? What's your morning book and night book?
Okay, this is my night book because my day books are going to be what I've been working on because I am actively trying to not write and it sucks ass. Okay, so I am rereading Wuthering Heights.
Yes.
This is the copy that I got in high school. And so it
Oh,
is, when I say littered
I
with
love
notes,
that.
like, and also like, ugh, I loved my English teacher in high school. Like, he
Oh.
was just the absolute best. And so, like, we have like all of these like little notes in the margins that, like, just everywhere. And like, I have little tabbed corners, and it just, this is one of my favorite books, like, genuinely one of my favorite books. Also, like, me and my friends were absolutely obsessed with the Kate Bush song. Still are. Still are. And there's a movie coming out in February, and I was very much like, I need to reread it before the movie comes out. And I feel like I've reread this book like 5 times already, something like that. I'm just like a big fan of Gothic.
Yeah.
So this has been really, really fun. I was like a little bit concerned. I was like, in my reread, like, am I gonna have a harder time reading it because I feel like I haven't been reading like older literature. Like, I've been reading just like more recent literature, and I'm happy to say we are not fumbling as much as I thought we might have been, which is good.
Perfect. That is good. No, that's amazing. Are you excited for the movie?
I feel like there's such controversy, but also hot take. I feel like all the controversy around oh my God, was that English? I feel like all of the controversy surrounding movies these days is just like a marketing tactic where it's like, I feel like it's all fine.
Yeah.
Nothing is that big of a deal. I am really excited for the movie. Are you?
I am. You know, my hot take with that is no one's ever happy, and I actually don't care what anyone
Right.
thinks.
I completely said.
I mean,
Perfectly said.
no, I am actually excited. I think I saw like that clip of the interview where the writer explained why it's also like in quotations as a title,
Yeah.
which makes sense. Yeah, she has it in
Wait, why?
quotations officially because it's her interpretation and she loves the source material so much. She did not want to lead anyone astray by having them think that she's trying to replace Wuthering Heights. Like, she's doing her take. And I was like, see, and that's what an adaptation is. Yeah.
I love that. I did not know that. That's actually so great. Yeah, so we'll keep you updated because I'll probably wind up going to see the movie like the weekend it comes out, I want to say.
I've been going to movies a lot more lately.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you seen anything recently?
Well, we were like sick for a month, but 2 movies came
Accurate.
out that over the last couple months that I've been like, I think me and my husband are, well, we wanted to go Saturday, but now there's huge snowstorms coming. So who knows if we can make it out of our house. But we really want to see Marty Supreme. because A24 is single-handedly keeping the film industry alive. Thank you,
Yes.
A24. So I want to see Marty Supreme, and I want to see Zootopia too.
I've heard such good things about Zootopia too.
Me too. And you know,
I was somewhere and
I
somebody
love
asked
Zootopia.
me.
I don't care what it
I know.
is.
You gotta let me know if it's good or not, because I've heard great
will.
things.
I will.
And also same for Marty Supreme. I don't know what's wrong with me, but like I literally can't watch television. Like we watch 15 minutes of a show and I'm like, that's enough. I'm gonna go now. And my husband is like, this is an hour-long show. What do you mean you want to watch a quarter of it and then stop? That's crazy. I'm like, got better things to do. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't do it.
That's fair. Maybe it's because like TV shows are a commitment. It's not just a 1 hour show.
I know.
It's like
an 8-hour show. Yeah.
For sure.
But we are watching Task, which I don't know if you've heard of it, but
no.
I think it's the director of Mayor of Easttown, which is like
good.
one of my top shows. So good. Directed a new show called Task with Mark Ruffalo, and it is fantastic. Even if I can only commit to 15 minutes at a time, like I will say it is so good.
Amazing. Actually, another funny controversial take that my friends give me shit for is Mark Ruffalo is my celebrity crush. And I stand on
it. Had to be said. It had to be said.
And I stand on business. I love that man. I love that man.
I know.
I love that man. Yeah. I love everything he's in. Wow. Okay. I'll have to watch it. Yeah. That was so funny. So we're probably the only two people in the world who haven't seen Heated Rivalry then.
Yeah. I think you're right, actually.
I actually think we're the only two people in the world who aren't watching Heated Rivalry right now.
But it's like, do I have to watch it? Like, I feel like I have to, but I'm also like, who's got time?
I want to keep up with the zeitgeist. So, like, I like to watch what people are talking about. I didn't have HBO, and like all my friends yelled at me, and like everyone like texted me their HBO login because they were like, "You have to watch it."
You have to watch this.
Oh my god, I will. But yeah, I have to like bud up my TV with like my fiber arts crafts. I have to be doing something because I don't like feeling unproductive, and that's a personal flaw.
You know what? I'm with you on that. I think honestly, I would have like a fine time watching television if like I could be doing something, or like if I was watching television like on a bicycle or like on a treadmill or something, like I would feel more okay with it. But yeah. Anyway, maybe we'll watch Heated Rivalry.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we won't.
We won't. We'll let you guys know. Okay, wait, what are our other questions? What do we talk about on the podcast? What
Who knows? It's all vibes. It's all vibes, no substance.
Girl, that has been my life lately. Oh, okay.
What have you been working on this week?
That's the question.
That is the question.
That is the question. Actually, so I didn't write for a month.
You were hosting and ill, and there was a lot of life going on.
I became a woman in the 1600s on her bed, coughing, asking for water for 3 weeks straight. That's how I felt. I felt like a Victorian woman who, you know, people would come and they'd put like the hot coals in the thing and they'd put it by your feet to keep you warm while you went.
And you're just like,
like
bring me closer to the fire.
No, literally, that's how I felt. For weeks. And then my husband dragged me out of the country thinking that would be a great idea while I was still recovering from sickness. It was so much fun. But
the whales healed you.
The whales healed me. Saw so many whales in Mexico. It was fantastic. I love visiting. It was great. But I hadn't been writing now this week because, okay, I think we talked in our New Year episode that I wanted to start tracking stats more. I need to share this document with you. I don't remember where I got it. Someone made this really intense Excel sheet for tracking.
Say less, May. Say less, I am there.
And it's fantastic. So I like literally put in like the day, the date, the document that you're working on, your energy level, your start time, the words that you start at, your focus level, your end time, the words that you ended with. So then it calculates your word count, words per hour, the session number in the day, and the session length. And then it spits out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages of data.
Huh?
Yeah. So you get daily stats, weekly stats, monthly stats, document stats, like per document. You get your own leaderboard for you. So you can see what your best writing session was.
What?
You get a ton of graphs. So
does it
many
factor
graphs.
like your energy level into like, does it like predict how much you should write based off of your mood and your energy level? Or you're just putting in
I
like,
don't think
are
it
they
predicted.
predictive stats or are they just
No,
like
just like
vibe stats?
pure stats of like,
Okay.
it shows you
I
like
see.
your longest writing streak. Yeah, like your best writing session in the current week, current month, and the whole year.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
crazy in depth.
Incredible.
So
I love it.
so funny how like last year I was like, literally no one talked to me about word count. Literally no one asked me how many words I'm at. No one asked me how many words I'm writing. And now this
Which
year I'm like,
is so valid of you though. Sometimes you do
yeah,
need to just be like, nothing. No.
I think I just
Yeah.
needed to not. But now, still now, I don't really care what I'm at as a whole because I have in my head that this draft's going to hit 100,000. I don't think it will. I think
That's
it's going to
okay.
be short of that. So that's why I'm like, you know what? It doesn't even matter the whole document length, but I do like tracking what I'm writing because I liked that I could see in Scrivener how much I wrote. I think that really helped my negative energy around me feeling like I wasn't doing a lot and then looking back and being like, I wrote 125,000 words. That's a lot. That's why I'm tracking this year. And this week alone, I just posted a reel about this. Who am I? Posting a reel? Writing 3 days in a row? Who is this woman?
We love it.
I wrote for the last 3 days in a row, and I've written 3,657 words in 3 days.
Mick.
I know.
Incredible.
Who is she? I do think the month
I love
off helped. I think by the end of last year, I get really like down at the end of the year because we talked about in our last episode, like I feel like I haven't accomplished anything, which isn't true. And I was like really so close to my project, like so in the weeds, couldn't see the forest of the trees kind of thing. And taking a month off, I was like telling you and some of my other writing friends about this. I was like,
I'm glad you're talking about this because if you didn't
yes.
bring it up, I would have mentioned it.
Perfect. No, I really do actually think I'm like, okay, maybe breaks are good. I never really understood it. Now I took an unintentional month off and I reread the last 2 chapters I had written before starting writing again. And I was like, actually, maybe I am a good writer.
Actually, maybe she cooked.
Actually, some of this stuff is workable. Now, does this draft have strong story structure? No. Does the plot make sense? Absolutely not if you're not me. Like if I gave this to someone, they'd be like, you lost me about 7 chapters ago. But is it good writing? To me, yeah. I think I actually did okay.
I also think give yourself a little more credit because one, you haven't reread the whole draft in full. So like the story structure, the plot, like you might still be too close to it and too critical of that also because it's like I've heard you talk about your plot and like you have a plot and it makes sense. You know what I mean? But like line level, also like you're highlighting things and like you're into it.
Mm.
We love it. We love it. That's a great feeling.
Seriously, I haven't been like excited about this project in a long time. I think because it is a really daunting task. Like the plot is pretty extensive. Now, I know the plot isn't there because I think I mentioned this to you guys too. There are multiple B plots that are legitimately not on the page. They're just not there.
That's okay.
But I think
do they need to be?
No. And this is what I think I've made actually in my month of writing is this is why I hate first drafts and why I think historically they take me a long time because again, like how I envision the story in my head and what's going on paper are so different at the first draft stage that I freak out, have meltdowns, resist writing because I'm like, nothing's good because it's not coming out the way I wanted to. I've talked about that so much on this podcast, on my YouTube channel, and I was posting regularly. But I realized, like, that's okay. Like, it was, like, the first time where I was like, "Oh, like, I don't actually really care that this whole B plot isn't there because I know it should be there. Like, it will be there eventually. I just need to get done with this draft." And I think I've just made peace with the fact that this draft is me bouncing around from scene to scene with not a lot of cause and effect there, not a lot of connectivity. We're missing a lot of things, but I am using this draft as a way to, like, play in the sandbox of the story I have in my head, to figure out who the characters are, to do a lot of, like, scene setting work, tone setting work. So, like, I'm laying the foundation, and I think I'm somehow, miraculously, magically have finally come to terms with what the hell a first draft should be, so that's exciting.
Is growth. That is
Growth.
incredible. Like,
We've grown.
but we have grown.
We have grown.
Yes. Hello, 2026. No, but like it is such a, I think, important feeling because I think it is one thing to know something rationally of like knowing, okay, like a first draft can't be everything, like a first draft can't be super clean. And then it's another thing entirely to like feel that emotionally. And I feel like
100%.
emotionally it like clicked for you where you're like, yeah, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, we'll get there, even if the
Yeah.
B plot isn't fleshed out in prose yet. Like, like either in your square brackets, in your brain, whatever it is, you know what it's going to wind up looking like. And you're getting the bones and the framework down and just getting
Mhm.
yourself past like the hurdle, like the very emotional and very real hurdle of like, it's okay for it not to be perfect, and it's okay
Mhm.
for it not to be, like, fully fleshed out with, like, everything that you ever imagined that you had wanted for this scene or this, like, act or whatever it is. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah. So I'm feeling good. Like, do my characters talk to each other? No, they still don't. They still don't. I wrote a scene the other day that I shared with my friends because they actually spoke for, like, the first time in
He
chapter.
did.
Did I realize that a main character has not been mentioned for 5 chapters? Yeah. Yeah, that's happening. So I share this
It's all
just to
good,
let you
though.
all know that, like, if that's happening to you, it's okay. Because again,
Yeah.
I know myself when I'm editing. I'm still so confident in editing Mikayla to,
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel better putting the puzzle together once I have all the pieces. I know what's
Yeah.
missing. I know it needs to be cut. I know it needs to be beefed up. So I'm like, it's fine. We're just vibing
It's
to the end. I
fine.
just need to get to the end of this draft. And I'm finally having fun with it for like the first time in months, I feel like.
And having fun with it, especially in a first draft, like, I feel like that's where so much of the like, when you do read back on it, like, sometimes you can really feel the
Mm.
fun that you're having
Mhm.
with it, like, in the text, and so, like, I'm so excited for you too, like, when you are done and you reach the end, which, like, also is just, like, an absolutely huge feat if you're
Yeah,
almost there, but then also to, like, go back and to reread it and to, like, have the feelings that you're having now where it's like, "Oh, do I actually like this?" And then also, like, a lot of things come through where you might not have like recognized it while you were writing it, but like maybe you're really pleasantly surprised by certain things. Like that's always such a fun part also of like finishing a draft, rereading it,
mm,
because I think like it's exactly like what you said. It's like so hard to get perspective on how you're doing because you're so close to it and you're so in it that sometimes like taking that break, taking that refresh, even if it was unintended, like yeah, you can come back and feel real different, and it's sometimes really important and really necessary.
100%. Which
Mhm.
I won't put this in the pod because this is a spoiler. I
Yeah,
was rereading an earlier chapter scene subconsciously
yeah.
put in such a great foreshadowing moment. One of the higher up guys is standing by the fireplace and I
Mm.
was like, Mikayla, what a great
Mikayla,
foreshadowing moment that I did not even think
I
of when writing.
know.
So, kind of fun that our brains do that. Super strange.
So fun that our brains do that, but also okay, have I ever I hate saying this out loud because it sounds so stupid, but have I ever talked to you about the poop in the diamond factory? This is what I mean where it sounds stupid.
But
Okay.
please tell me more.
Okay, so I watched this video a while back And it was like really talking about how so many like good writers or people who are really good at their jobs or like really well applauded for a variety of things, they often don't feel like a sense of pride over their work or like the things that people like applaud them for. And the whole concept was that like our brains are both poop and diamond factories. The reason a lot of people like don't see their brilliance the way that like other people would view it is because a lot of the time what other people are seeing tends to be like they just see the diamonds that other people create, whereas like the creator of that work sees both the poop and the diamonds. And so it's like it's really hard to see a diamond for a diamond if it's covered in poop, right? Because you
no, but so true.
Right. And so like our brains are poop and diamond machines. And a lot of people, like especially if you have like a finished work of art, like a finished novel, like other people don't understand the thought and the toil and the hard work that went into it. Like they're just seeing like a polished, beautifully faceted diamond. But for us, it's like this was like 90% poop. And so like I'm not going to see the diamond. And I think that I tend to think about that a lot of the time when I think about my own work, where it's like I think it's really easy to like fall into that spiral of like, yes, it's still crap, like which like I literally was it last week I was like, yes, it's still a steaming pile of garbage. Like I talk about my stuff like that too, where it's like because we can't see the diamonds, because a lot of the times like you can only find the diamonds if like you're outside of your own brain, which means like a lot of the time you just have a hard time like even seeing the brilliance in your own stuff. But like it takes other people to sometimes point it out, which is not to say like everybody needs external validation or anything, but I just think it's really easy to not recognize the talent and like the brilliance of like your own stuff because it's like mixed in with what you're viewing as poop from the poop factory.
But that makes sense because like we've talked a lot about how other art mediums, you get to actually visually see the process. And you know it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
And with writing, there is a visual component with like the words are on the page, but most of the work in progress part is in our head. Like it's such a mental load. It is such a cerebral art form that no wonder we only see the poop with the diamond. Because like I'll share a snippet that I'm like, I love when I'm like, ooh, I feel like good about this paragraph enough to share a snippet. But still, when I share that snippet, I'm like, ooh, I should have probably added in this between these two characters because I know how they should be interacting. And oh, here's a note for later me that I should, they didn't speak enough is usually my problem. Or, we switch tenses, which is also my problem. You're going through the mental checklist because like you're saying, like you are so intimately aware of your own process that since it's so cerebral, like we're always checking for what's wrong with our work and how to make it better. So it is kind of hard to look at it even once you've done that work to then be like, oh, this is good, because then you're just seeing all the work that you did before.
And I think the moral of the story is like, I think you can like gaslight yourself into thinking, oh, like everything I write is crap and like I'm not good at this. But I think you can also gaslight yourself into thinking your work is good by thinking about the poop and the diamond factory and that like I'm going to gaslight myself into realizing like my self-perception of my own abilities is so flawed that I can't even listen to like that feeling because I know it's not accurate. And I know that's like a very weird way to like gaslight yourself. But it actually works so well. Is like I can't trust my self-perception because like I know I have a horrible imposter syndrome. Like I know I have horrible self-esteem. And so like I will try if that feeling arises like not to listen to it because I know it might feel like it's delusional, but like I think it'll also make life like a little bit easier by like not trusting that feeling and like not putting myself down about it because it's like I can't even see the diamonds because I'm so focused on the poop. Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it goes back too to what we talked about with Veronica Roth, where it's like, you really do have to be asking yourself, not is this good, but like, do you like it? And when
100%.
I read back those chapters, I was like, oh, okay, like, I feel like there was good writing in the sense that there was a vision and I was
Mick
enacting it.
I read these little excerpts. They slap.
Again, I showed you the best of course, I'm only going to share my best.
Like, I get it. Because I'm the same way. But like, there was subtext, there were character dynamics, there was vibe, there was setting, there was tension. I was like, chef's kiss, delicious for a first draft. Well, that's like the most impressive part.
There's good nuggets.
They're good nuggets.
But that's why, I don't know, this week I've been really liking my draft. Like, I'm liking it because I don't know, I'm just like falling in love with the idea again. I'm like, okay, no, I really like this idea, regardless if it's marketable or if other people would like it. Like, I'm liking it. And so that's why, I don't know. Maybe that's why my writing is quote unquote good right now, because I'm actually liking it.
Yeah. I love it. And I'm so happy. Those are the best feelings.
I know. Let's see how long it lasts.
That's what I'm always like. You sound like me.
I'm like, God, I'm so negative. I'm like, oh,
we're just going to grab on for as long as we possibly can.
Watch me plummet tomorrow and I like cry to you. No.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
That's okay. That's part of the process.
Okay, what are you working on, Miss? Look at us. We're actually like that's crazy. Usually I'm like never writing. And now you're not, like, you're always writing.
Dude.
And I really write. And now you're not writing and I wrote a ton. That's like so unlike both of us.
And this is character growth. Speaking of character growth, literally about so many books on character.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
So, okay. So was it last week I had my crash out? I think it was, right? Okay. So I took Mick's advice because she is a wise, wise woman. And I was like, you're not allowed to write. And when I tell you my world. Was that a Freudian slip? Maybe.
I think so. Think so.
We will not examine that right now. Okay. We will move forward.
Fair enough.
My world has been spun off its axis because like my whole daily routine revolves around like I go to work and then like my favorite time of day. My favorite time of day is when I get to sit down to write. It's like what I look forward to every day. Yeah. And to be in a spot where it's like not allowed, I'm like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Which I both love for myself because I feel like it's really showing me like I have a relationship with writing that like I really enjoy and appreciate if it's like my favorite time of day, which like I think I didn't really realize that until like it was stolen from me. Like, this is all me doing this to myself. No one stole it from me. But I just like, it's just like a daily habit. Like I just want to sit and write. And so what I've been doing is I read all of Characters in Viewpoint by Orson Scott Card.
Oh my God.
We got little tabbies.
Look at all those tabs.
We got highlights. I think next episode we'll do some fun stuff. And then I started The Art of Character by David Corbett. I just started this. And then I also bought, and all of these purchases were like purely because I was like, I'm not writing. Like, oh my God, what do I do with my time? It was like, so like, I need to do something and I don't know what.
And I also like watch TV. Never.
No, I can't. I literally can't. It's like, it's been 1 week. I haven't written in 1 week and I'm already like, I'm buying books. I can't watch TV. I'm like going through withdrawals, actually. Yeah. Crazy. I bought this Writing Unforgettable Characters by James Scott Bell. And then I also bought this How to Write Dazzling Dialogue, also by James Scott Bell.
I need that.
Both of these are really small.
Yeah.
Art of Character is a little bit chunkier. I will say, reading these books, I'm gaining some perspective. Like, I realized, like, I was thinking about, like, what am I going to talk about when I have to talk about, like, what I'm working on this week? And I'm like, I'm going through a panic-induced craft hole.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this is. I think it's really interesting because I feel like at the beginning of my writing journey, I really I read so many craft books. I was looking for so much advice. And some of this advice is really, really helpful. And it does really spark ideas and it does really make you start thinking about these things. But also the thing is a lot of this advice is you need to take it and then just deep dive into the work
Mhm.
that you're already doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It functionally it can be really helpful, but in practice, you need to take the advice and apply it. And so it's just been really weird to read all this craft stuff, get insight into a, a craft technique that I feel like I'm really weak in, which is character. And
Which is so interesting to me.
really?
Yes.
Oh, I
Speaking of poop and diamonds.
is that going to be the name of this episode? Because I will die.
Can you imagine? Everyone's gonna be like, we're actually sick of you two. We're
We're
sick of you two.
unhinged.
Your titles are crazy. What do you even talk about? This is why
I
no one's
know.
finding us, probably SEO wise, because naming things like Poop and Diamonds with Ari and Nick. And someone scrolling on podcasts is probably like, what is that? Why are
What
people
is
talking about poop
this?
and diamonds?
There's a really beautiful message if you take the time. So, this is what I'm doing. And I'm not going to lie. I think this break is not going to last much longer.
I didn't think so. When you pulled out more books that you bought and you don't watch TV, which I didn't know this about you, then I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna go well.
I also really don't use social media very much. I don't have Instagram, I don't have TikTok on my phone. So I don't
Yeah, I
scroll. I
need
don't have
that.
YouTube on my phone. And I only watch YouTube if I'm at the gym.
Yeah.
And listen, it's done wonders for my attention span, I will say. But there's a really weird thing where it's you're not using social media, you need to fill your time, which
Mm.
I don't get me wrong, but it's I spend hours a day writing and now it's that's gone. So anyway, I think this is helpful advice and I think it is helpful to see what other people have to say about character, but there's also just a huge part of me where it's I think I'm past the point where it's I feel the need to read craft books and I just
Mhm.
think I need to get my fingers into the actual work to beef it up because if it's too conceptual, that's great and you can learn from it, but I just I just have this feeling right now where it's I just want to make the story better. And I think that's also why I'm having a really
Mm.
hard time taking a break. It's because it's the story's still not done. And I feel like I'm getting closer to the vision that I have for the story, but I'm not allowed to touch it. And I feel like this is a good thing for when I get back to it. But I also low key feel a little bit afraid to get started writing again. I
Yeah.
can feel the fear of but what if I do another pass? And honestly, I need to be realistic with myself. Another pass is not going to make the story 100% the story that I want it to be. We
Mhm.
might, if we're at 50%, we might get to 60, 65 if we're lucky. You know what I mean? Of feeling the story is at completion. But yeah, I'm a little afraid to get started, but I'm also revving to get started. And it's really weird to hold those two feelings at the same time.
I have a question. Actually, I have
Yeah.
a couple questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Going back to craft, do you feel like it sounds like yes, but I just wanted to double check. So you feel like you're kind of at the point now where you're like, this is good advice, but kind of know this?
No, I actually don't feel like that. I feel like it's this is good advice, but I think
But you need to apply
I
it.
I need to apply it. I need to practice it in order to fully understand what this author is saying, right? So
Mm,
there's a couple of tips in here which we'll touch on next week where it's
perfect.
oh, that's really good. I think I understand what he's trying to say, but actually taking that piece of advice and applying it to a character
Mhm.
and thinking of the idea that is interesting to make that character more interesting is actually really hard work. So
Yeah.
like the actual application of the craft advice, I think, is what would make you like increase in skill. But like if I'm just reading and I'm not applying, it's like, okay, then this advice will only go so far. And so it
That's
feels like
fair.
I'm doing like half the battle almost, if that makes sense.
No, that makes a lot of sense. So then when it comes to, oh gosh, I forgot my second question.
Sorry.
No, that was me.
It will come back to you.
It was about then your work. Oh, so okay. You're afraid, which,
Yeah.
oh gosh, now I have more questions. One, I don't know if you want to bring this up, but you told
Go for it.
us that you potentially wanted to change the POV. And I
Yeah.
am just asking, Ari,
Okay.
is this an attempt to stay
In Dev Edit
in
Land? Oh
Dev
my
Edit
God, is
Land?
it? Nick, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't bring it up at the time. Didn't want to push. Didn't want to push. But
No, that's such a good point.
you and I we do the same thing. We make crazy structural edits or crazy POV or like present change, like tense changes. And then we're like, see, oh no, we gotta stay where we are.
We gotta go back. Wait, oh my God, I think you're right. Again, wise woman. Okay, so
Which it could be a real change. I just am wondering.
but it's like I've done like multiple drafts in first person. I think my concern is like, I feel like on a line level, it's like, okay, if you're using first person, I feel like your voice has to be really strong
Yeah. And why don't you
if you're
think your
writing in
voice is
first.
strong? But the line level comes with the line level.
I know, but Mick, I'm scared.
Hey, I'm just,
No,
live
I
your
think you're
truth.
right.
Live your truth. I get it because even now in this first draft, like I've been writing Helen in first person. I've been writing other characters randomly inserted in third,
Yeah.
and I will
Yeah.
most likely change to third. But you only follow one character, right?
Just the one gal.
So do we need to distance ourselves from her if it's just one?
I think I'm just worried she's not like interesting enough. And that like being in her head like is not going to be entertaining or interesting enough for like the whole duration of a book. And now that I say this out loud, I think you're right and I think I am insane.
No, no, no. No, no, no. We're not insane. Even though I did call you insane last
But
week, but we're not insane. Well, so when you wrote it out and I read it, I was like, that makes sense. And then I thought about it and I was like, I think Ari is
yeah.
trying to stay in dev edit land. And then now hearing you say it, okay, wait, you think she's too boring to be in first? Let me just devil's advocate. How would going to third make her more interesting?
I think there's a certain invisibility of close third that you don't get
Yeah,
with
okay, you did
first
say that.
person.
Yeah.
Like, I think that it's like dialogue tags where it's like
Mhm.
the words said or asked tend to be quite invisible. And I think that's the same thing for close third, like specifically like past close third, past tense close third. Like, I think a lot of books tend to be in that tense and POV. And so, like, I feel like actually a lot of wanting to switch to third close is because I'm like afraid I can't pull off first well,
I think
which like it might be a valid fear. Like I think I feel very
I
insecure about my character work and my line level to the point where it's like, can I pull this off in first
So what
and make
if?
it interesting?
What if? What if this next pass you keep it in first? We don't rewrite the whole thing in third.
I
We keep it in
know.
first and you work on character then and interiority. Because I think
Yeah.
that's like, I think that is the scary part. Like, you obviously, everyone's doing interiority in third, in
Yeah.
first. Interiority in third is kind of harder to do in my opinion because you're trying to get close
Yeah.
but you're speaking about them in third person, and so you do have that level of distance, but since you only have one character,
Mm,
I think it's so nice to be able to be in her head, in Perry's head,
yeah.
living what Perry is living. And I think maybe if in this pass you just worked on beefing up not just her character, but I think what makes first person work is you have to make sure that Perry is reacting to everything that's happening around her. And
Yeah.
that comes with the character work and the line level work, not a whole rewrite to make it third person. Just saying.
I think you're really right. I think I need to abandon the switching tense.
Maybe
I mean, switching POV.
it'll be great, but I just
But
worry because I think we're similar in our
yeah,
fears and we get stuck in the same patterns.
yeah. I think it's fear-based. Like, I think I can very much recognize, like, I wanna switch it because I'm afraid I can't pull it off well enough.
Mhm.
Which, like, I might not be able to. But at the same time, like, I do think you're right. I think, like, when I think about the story, it's like there's so much nuance that has to happen, like, in her head that, like, it
Mhm.
does have to almost be first, even though, like, I think you can do it in close third, but
You can, it's just different. It just feels
it's just
different.
different. I think I'll keep it. I think I just need to, like I think I just need to stop feeling so insecure about, like, not being
Mhm.
able to pull it off and just, like, put in the work to actually pull it off. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm almost
Yeah.
bet hedging by being like, "No, like, I'm gonna do it in third because, like, that's the safer option." But it's like,
Mhm.
that is not like, when I think about the vision, like, the vision is first. And so, like, I should stick with the vision, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, Mick. Enlightened. I feel enlightened. But truly, like, I wouldn't have even thought that this was, like, a dev edit
Really?
similarity if you hadn't brought it up to me.
I'm glad I
No,
mean,
truly, because 'cause I'm delusional.
I mean, girly pop, so am I. We're all delusional. That's what friends are for. That's what friends are for. Well, that's what, like, do you have a plan for this next revision? Like, I don't know. Again, everyone does edits and revisions differently. Like, do you think you're
Yeah.
gonna go scene by scene, chapter by chapter? Are you gonna make like
Yeah.
I know like Brielle does a checklist, which I think is really nice of like her edit checklist.
I think what I'm gonna do is I think all the scenes are there, so I think I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go
yeah.
scene by scene, and, like, I basically think I wanna, like, write with, like, 3 books next to me. So it's like, I think I wanna write with
Mm.
Blood Over Brighthaven next to me because that's a comp. I wanna write with this is so random, but Book Lovers by Emily Henry because I kind of wanna emulate, like, the character dynamics and, like,
Yeah.
relationships of that
Mhm.
book, and then 1 book for prose. I think it might be Secret History to kind of, like, try to emulate the
Oh.
prose. So I think I wanna, like, honestly, like, take those 3, and, like, my dream is, like, if I can write a book that's, like, a weird amalgam of, like, the prose of Secret History, which is, like, absolutely delusional for me to think I can mimic
Oh,
Donna Tartt's prose, but, like, as an
of
inspiration,
course.
and then,
Of course.
like, I love Emily Henry's characterization.
Mhm.
I think she does
Mhm.
that so well, so trying to take some of the depth and the nuance from that, and then the plot and the efficiency of the plot from ML Wing. Like, I feel like that's my trifecta, but it also intimidates me a little bit to feel like, how am I gonna take those 3 and, like, start
Mm.
writing? Do you know what I mean? Like, on a very functional level. Like, am I gonna just, like, open up to their first scenes and, like, look at how they do it and then just, like, try to
Yeah.
go from there? Like, maybe. But I really want to try to, like, get the characterization and, like, the line level down, and I think it just means that this draft is gonna go really, really slowly. But I worry a little bit that this draft is gonna peter out like all my other drafts kinda do, where it's like, I try so hard in the very beginning to make it clean and intentional, and then just, like, over time, it's like, "We just gotta get this done and finish it," and it
Yeah.
just gets, like, messier and messier, which, like, it's fine if that happens, but, like, the bones are there, I'm not allowed to change it, I'm just allowed to, like, go into the scene. I can
Mhm.
rewrite the scene completely
Right.
if I want to, but, like, I can't change
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
structurally what's
Yeah.
there. That's my vision,
I
but I just don't
wonder
know.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I just don't know how feasible that actually sounds.
I think it sounds completely feasible. I mean, that's the thing is everyone's editing is so different at every stage,
Mm.
especially when you and I are both aspiring authors in some capacity. So it's like we don't have an
Yeah.
agent. We don't have editors. You know, like
Yeah.
we don't have that collaboration team where like we could literally write a first draft, we send it off to them, and then we already get
Mm.
feedback on what to change. Like, we're doing all of it on our own. Like, we are picking where we go next with each draft. So it is kind of more of the wild, wild west when you don't have that like collaborative team behind you, but also kind of fun that you, again, like, we're not on any crazy deadlines. We're not, you know, having to, I guess, follow anyone else's rules a little bit. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I wonder how fun it would be for us to do like a YouTube only episode where like you and I both take a scene and we edit it live.
I'm actually so down.
I think
that sounds terrifying, but also very fun.
But that's where, like, I don't know, because when I listen to other like writing advice podcasts, YouTube, books, even craft, anything focused on craft, sometimes I'm like, where are the examples? You know, give me,
like, functionally show me the process.
Functionally, I'm a visual person, so like I want to see what you're talking about. And what I love about, I plug her all the time. I listen to the podcast Shit No One Tells You About Writing. What I love about CC Lyra, she has author workshops. They cost money. You sign up. It's worth, in my opinion, every penny. They are hours long.
They're so good.
Each session is like 3 hours long. She goes through a PowerPoint, and at everything she talks about, she pulls quotes from books doing what she's talking about. One, I can't even imagine the amount of work that takes to do all of that because she reads so much and she's constantly pulling examples, but it is so helpful to hear her talk about a concept, see it in action on the PowerPoint. So I think it would be kind of fun, especially just to talk about like different ways to edit, different ways to attack a scene. I don't know if we both picked a scene that isn't too spoilery for our books.
I think I would
like
probably
a couple paragraphs. We could like show our process live, and we could like collaborate about it together too. I think that'd be fun.
Oh, I love that idea. I'm actually so down. I honestly probably would want to do, I'm like, my intuition is to just like do the first scene, but also there's like,
that's so true.
There is like a weird spiral that can happen on like first chapters and whatnot. But like maybe that also just like makes it like a good one to just like rip the Band-Aid off and like go for it with. Yeah.
True. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be so much fun. I love that idea so much.
Woo.
Yeah. I love it. I think we should do it. I feel insane when I'm not writing, which is like a new feeling for me. And I am really excited to talk about character because I feel like that's going to be really fun.
Yeah, I guess we can tease that because Ari and I, we're going to be doing some craft focused chats this year, and we're kicking off with character because it's been on Ari and I's mind. We've been thinking about it a lot. So we're really just going to probably bring to you craft topics that we're thinking about and we are exploring and sharing what we are learning and thinking about. So I love how like I always come in and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. And then we chat for an hour and a half.
It's so easy. It's just like, it's so easy, but it's also like, I really get why like writing in a class environment or like in a group environment just like absolutely changes the game because it's like you learn so much by bouncing ideas or like even bouncing something that you're stuck on with. Like, honestly, I probably would have tried writing it in close third, like done a whole draft in close third and been like,
you still can. I just was thinking about
but you know what I mean? No, I think you're right. I do. I really do. And it's just like really helpful to kind of get that perspective because it's like, even if I'm not close to the draft right now because I'm taking a break, like I'm still close to my process.
Of course. Yeah.
And
you're still thinking about it.
Constantly.
Right.
Like a crazy obsessive person.
It plagues us. It haunts us daily, which is why we must write.
It really does. I am haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? That's a beautiful thing, to be haunted by your stories.
It is.
But I think I want the feeling of like, I did it. Like, I want the feeling of like, I had the vision, I had the idea, I did it to the best of my abilities. And there's like a small part of me that is like getting concerned that like, even if I do this draft to the best of my abilities, like, I'm still not going to be satisfied with it. And I think that's like the fear from last week also still like creeping up of like, we just
Yeah.
need to see if we like it.
That's, I think, so valid and not talked about enough. I mean, writers talk about it, but the end goal, like, what is the end goal for a book? Like, again, it's just so much more different than so many other art forms. Like,
yeah,
you finish a first draft, but you don't even feel excited because you're like, now I have to edit it. And then you could edit in perpetuity. Like, no book is ever going to be 100% done. No author is ever going to be like, yeah, I have no edits. Every scene, page, line is perfect. Like, you could edit in perpetuity. So there is kind of that lingering feeling like nothing ever feels finished. And then the finished product is so far away from the start date.
And I also feel like even in my professional life, like with science things, like I could have edited like scientific manuscripts until I died.
Yeah.
And like somebody else had to be like, no, this is good enough. Like, this is done. Let's send it off. And it's like, if you are the gatekeeper, like that I know that that's a tendency that I have. Like, if I'm the gatekeeper, like there is going to be a point in time where I just need to be like, it just needs to be gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's like, I think a little bit of like a sad grieving process of like, you want to feel like you want to be able to give yourself a pat on the back of like, I did it. Like, I did it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. And I don't know if I'm going to feel like that, but I think I need to learn to like feel the satisfaction with the fact that like it's done. Not necessarily that like I'm proud of the product of like what I have created, but like I'm proud of the work that I put in, and I'm proud that like it's done and it's out there. With betas, with querying, whatever it is. But that's also something that like I've been thinking about, which I think is also part of the reason why I hate not writing, because I hate feeling like I'm in a limbo state where I'm like not actively putting work in to fix things.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, then just go back into writing.
Yeah.
There's no rules. Because I
You're
feel
right.
like
There are no rules.
there are no rules. I feel like the break that you took, like, it has already done its job. Like, for you, taking a week break is already enough because now you're itching to get back into it. Whereas last week, you were like, literally get this thing away from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now I'm like, please come home.
Right. So
Please
it's
come
like,
home.
that's why I'm always like, the advice to like take a full month, it's just not for everybody. Like, I took a full month. I obviously needed it. So now I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
you did.
maybe a month is my personal limit, but that's why it's like different for everyone. So maybe a week is yours, and now you need to like unleash yourself. I feel like you're like a dog on a leash that's like, let me at him. Let me at him.
I swear I am. That's so accurate.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe you just need to get at him. Just let go. Run wild. You read at least like one whole craft book. Like, girl, you're good.
Let it burn.
Let it burn.
As we said.
Let it burn. Thanks, Veronica Roth. She's like my new hero after that Substack article. I was like,
I know, it was so good.
Love it.
Yeah. So, just a whirlwind. I feel crazy.
This is us trying to end the conversation. And if you're new here, you will learn that Ari and I don't know how to end the podcast.
I think our new ending should just be us saying toodles, like at the same time.
Agree. Okay, let's try it. Do you think we can get it at the same time?
I don't know. Should we try? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Toodles!
Thanks for listening to Craft and Crashouts, a weekly podcast by Ari and Mick. If you liked this episode, be sure to follow along wherever you are listening to stay up to date for the next one. If you want to submit your crash out for the show, DM us at Craft and Crashouts on Instagram or email us at craftandcrashouts@gmail.com. Feel free to send us a voice note in either format. We'll talk to you next week with more craft talk and definitely more crash outs.